What they got to do with the question I asked? Is Lamar Odom a better role player than Mo Williams?
Well,
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't. As a matter of fact, if they didn't get Paul Gasol, they would have never won anything else. Am I right?
I didn't
Yeah,
get
he's right. Definitely.
They wouldn't have sniffed it. They wouldn't have sniffed it.
I don't want to convolute it, but like I say, it's the mixture of that and the mixture of the individual greatness and consistently having a long prime.
Yeah, Antawn Jamison.
That's why I say that. You get what I'm saying? So
He said, "Who's the nobody?"
I have to respect LeBron for that.
But
Chris Nim and Kwame Brown was starting. His starting big man, dog.
But I do have
Y'all
to
not
say
about
though,
to
that,
act like that happened.
but I do have to say that the winning 6 rings does matter. And niggas is not about to just dismiss that. Like, it's just 6. I'm like, come on now.
No, it matters.
He played against the Sun.
It ain't just
That's what they be saying.
But hold on. This is my only
It matters.
problem. It definitely matters, but that is not the conversation ender.
So this is my other retort to LeBron fans, because it's not the fact that Jordan had picks, is how he played, and you know what I'm saying. It's not like his worst finals. He averaged 27. You get what I'm saying? Like 5-5. That was his worst finals. But if you look at all of his numbers, 31 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds, his first one. 35, 7-7, his second one. 41, 5-5, his third one. Like, come on now. Bron hasn't had any type of finals even close to those.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't. I don't think LeBron averaged over 30 in the finals.
And the year they lost, he did. But I guess losses don't.
Well,
average a tripped up,
okay,
right?
that's the one. But this losses, thank you. He averaged 35 in his losses. But this guy averaged 11 assists, more assists than you ever had in the finals. And he averaged 41 for 1. You get what I'm saying? And when you look at it, because like people try to discredit, they like, look who he played with. Scotty was damn near a corpse that last finals. He couldn't get
Scottie Pippen overrated.
And for you to
shot
have
41% in 96 to 98 playoffs. 41%.
And for you to have 45 of your team's 87 in the finals, like that just means something. It's like in those moments. Now, Bron, look, what I saw against Golden State was like one of the greatest things I've ever seen. But you can't dismiss that a nigga giving you 30 in those same games. Like, Kyrie averaged 20.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen wasn't even playing close to Kyrie Irving level, though, in the finals.
Hell no.
Not even close.
I don't know. The only niggas who did
Scottie Pippen never even made it a conversation.
Bro.
You know how sometimes you be like, well, maybe the other guy should win Finals MVP.
Like this year, even though Jamal Murray ain't Jokic, but yeah,
James Worthy made it a conversation. Joe Dumars made it a conversation. Kyrie Irving made it a little conversation.
I ain't waiting until 11.
Can I do a stat correction real quick? This is not to pick a point or pick a side, nothing like that. This is just LeBron averaged 33.6, 12 rebounds, 10 assists.
That was in a loss
in the finals.
I'm talking about the wins. He did that in a loss.
So you want all the wins? I'm
saying, he said you want all the wins.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not.
While we ask the side questions,
the nigga was stat padding.
Why we compare Lamar Odom to the point guard instead of comparing him to Antawn Jamison, like he didn't play there?
That was terrible.
He was terrible
in Cleveland. Yes.
Who had a better career, Antawn or
Lamar Odom? He got rings.
We're talking about as an individual.
Lamar Odom, he got rings.
No. Lamar Odom.
Hey, people think Twan got 20,000 points. It's Twan. Twan scored 20,000 in the league.
And made like 3 All-Star games, bro.
Twan done scored 50 several times. Look, he was about to rot on the vine in Miami.
No, but I get what you about the dual line. My thing is this. Look,
I was just. You said he never averaged 30, and I was just checking. You said in wins though. Okay, that's fine.
Look for the Thunder. Look for the Thunder.
What I'm saying, those finals, those like type of stats and numbers, doing what you do. Like
I'm not. You brought up Jordan averaging a certain amount, which the only reason I brought it up.
No, look,
is me checking it. I'm just saying the reason I checked it is just one.
Honest, like Bron got a lot of credit from me, really, And like that 51-8 was probably the best performance I ever seen live. Just like the way he went up against that team with the cast he had, I gave him more respect for that. But at the end of the day, we don't give out participation trophies.
Right.
We go
You
off.
gotta win. You gotta win at the end
No,
of the
I'm
day,
just saying, and that's been the standard for anything. Like us, when we know that, look, you look boxing wise, we know Tommy Hearns gave his all against Marvin. You get what I'm
And
saying?
got put out.
And he was strong. But what happened? He lost. You get what I'm saying?
Game over.
Hit that nigga.
And that's the end of the day. I guess my point, or the reason I even brought some stuff up, first and foremost, where, okay, that's the line for Jordan. He was a winner at the end of the day. At the end of the day, and he was the one for his team. At the end of the day, I'm the scoring everything, and at times I can do everything, but at the end of the day, my job is to come out here and score. And I think a lot of people, now we not saying y'all, but I've seen the conversation be, well, LeBron ain't got that Jordan mentality. And
that's corny.
It's weak as
Yeah,
hell,
that's
because
corny too.
That's a weak conversation, because
too.
you're talking about somebody that's asked to do way more in a different position for different teams.
Right.
Where
so if that's
I
the
will
case,
say, even
if that's
him
the
losing,
case,
him losing the 1 year, this is the year I kind of was like, okay, this was the moment I said, okay, Brian did get in that Jordan bag one time. That year he took George Hill in them, when JR had that blunder, that was the year I said, okay, he said, F it, I'm scoring this mug every time I touch, especially what he did against Toronto.
Yeah.
That was the year where I was just like, okay.
They made it seem like winning got to look a specific way.
Man.
When all of our lives we considered Magic Johnson to be one of the GOATs. So that means that winning don't have to look a specific way. You just got to win.
Right.
Magic got 5 rings in his 12 years of playing basketball. That's some dog
and Magic
stuff.
knew when to turn that scoring shit on.
Right. So you don't gotta look like Mike and do it. Like that's
63%.
Right.
But that be the problem with certain people's argument. And that was my whole point of like even looking at the stats in general, because at the end of the day, Mike is asked to average or score on 50% or more
two different roles
of your team's points. At the end of the day. For
LeBron is asked to decide who scores and wins, including himself.
And at the end of the day, can we say one can be in the other person's shoes? We don't know.
No, we don't. And that's
we
why
don't. We know about it in moments. In moments, you can sit up there and say, "Hey, LeBron can go get 50 or 40 if he wanted to," and we know Jordan can go get 10 assists, or he can go get rebounds if he wanted to.
The boy put up 40 points, 18 rebounds, and 9 assists against Indiana, bro. Down 2-1.
But y'all see how we
in the series.
Y'all see how we just had this conversation, and all we did was just talking about style of play, what we saw, and wasn't all this corny talk. And the problem is, guys get weird with it. Look, end of the day, man, if whoever you have ranked, one of these guys go down number 2, number 3, they're number 2, number 1 out of all the guys that ever played.
Right.
Like, even look, nigga, if I'm 30, I'm talking my shit. Niggas is
Imagine, I was a top 50 player ever.
So
niggas was
that's the way it goes. So when you if you was the owner of a team, right, and they said, you know what, you're a LeBron fan, but they said you're the owner of a team, and I'm giving you Michael Jordan in his prime, you're not gonna be upset.
You're gonna be like, man, no.
You see what I'm saying? Like people act like it's like this stuff be weird, bro. Like So and then who you build around ain't always the best. You know, I always say I'm drafting Shaq overall first, and I'll figure the rest out.
Yep, you just told me that yesterday.
That's just that's the way I think about it.
Those guys are in most people top 5, top 3s, top 2. Even the people that close have them at like 7, 8, 9. So you're talking about 2 of the greatest players ever. And that's why like people call it a backhanded compliment. But this is why I say like the biggest accomplishment that I say Bron did was just even make it a discussion. If you look at like the expectations that were put on him at 15, man, so many people have fumbled with
Yeah,
those. And Sonny
yeah,
Vaccaro was
yeah,
calling this guy the GOAT at 15.
yeah.
And
And with that face, he had to make
thank
it.
you.
'Cause
So
he ugly.
look, the
That much he ugly
fact,
than a mother
Hey,
chicken. That,
this is the one thing I will always say, or I think Doc Rivers said it too, and like that's where it kind of got glorified. I think Jordan stepped into his career. There was no crazy expectation.
you know,
Versus LeBron coming into the league with all that hype,
right,
everybody going to all them high school games, Jay Billis commenting on your high school game, doing all, and you had to live to a certain expectation. To even do that, to even exceed what was expected of you in somewhat of a way, is an accomplishment in itself. Where it's easy. I feel like in my mind, it's easier to step into a situation where there's no expectations and you just straight up exceed them. If you come into your
yeah,
job, they expect you to do X, Y, and Z, but then you come in and do A, B, C, D, E too, and then you get a promotion,
yeah.
right? And you start getting looked at higher and higher. Oh yeah, he's this, he's this. Oh, we keep moving him up.
See, I look at
That's
it
when
like this.
Jordan came in and did it. And then once
Yeah,
he got to that point
yeah,
and he showed everybody, and then he kept doing it. That's the big thing about Jordan. It wasn't just like it was a one-trick pony. It wasn't like I just came in and got 2 rings and I was done and I came and kept scoring. No, he kept doing it. He got 6 rings and he kept consistent
right.
with it. Versus LeBron, it was a thing of constant. You're on the top of the food chain for everybody to come after you. And at points, you still were able to accomplish what you needed to accomplish, and you got the career that you got.
but that's why
So,
So
that's
watch
why it,
this. All these cats that have 3 or more rings, if
mhm.
you go back to the beginning, nobody ever predicts somebody to win 3 championships. Like somebody said, you can win a championship with this guy, or he's a championship type player. So you get the 3 or more, you done did some stuff that nobody thought you was gonna do, unless you got drafted to a team that was already winning. So when you get into the 4s and the 5s and the 6s, that puts you in some different stuff.
Yeah.
That's why most of your so if you go back over your life and you really think about the faces, it's gonna be the same faces who keep winning.
you also look at it like this. I think I hate he got off, but like I think sometimes too, people really just underestimate like what Jordan earned. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like he
Yeah,
was giving shit like, okay, people want to hold, because I hate the troll. Well, he didn't win on what was technically he did. All them niggas was still playing
they
when
were
he won. So that
still
argument
playing.
can't be.
Right.
And you look at it, I think they show like one instant when the Celtics and like Bulls played. It wasn't like when Mike started winning that like the Celtics was like some 8 seed and missing the playoffs. All them niggas was still in the playoffs. The Pistons were still in the playoffs. It wasn't to the degree of what they were, but I think the Celtics was like a 2 or 3
But it ain't
seed.
like Jordan wasn't killing
Well,
them though too. Like 86, he put up
look,
63 points, averaged 43 points. Like
the only squad he never beat in the playoffs was the Celtics though, during that time period.
Because the Celtics didn't
They
ever
didn't
get
match
back a
up.
chance to play.
They didn't match up during them years.
Yeah, because the Celtics had got eclipsed by the Pistons. But like, because I think the Pistons or them may have beat them in 91
Yeah.
when Mike and them was the 1 seed. And then, of course, Mike and them took care of the Pistons. But what I'm saying is, it wasn't like those guys fell off the face of the earth. I think Larry Bird's
Magic Johnson was
last
MVP of the league.
you said who?
Magic Johnson
Yeah,
was
in
MVP of the league.
1990, he was the MVP of the league. And if you look at it, Bird's last playoffs was like 1993. It ain't like in 1987, them niggas just stopped going to the playoffs.
right.
So that's why I say, like, people got to stop having dumb arguments. Jordan earned what he earned, and he went out and won it. End of the
Right.
day, winning does it. Now, look, let Joker go around and win 5. Niggas is going to move him up list. Let
Yeah.
Tatum win 6. Let
You
Giannis
win.
win 4 or 5.
Yeah.
If Jokic
Because
win
let me
like
tell
4,
you,
now we can talk about Jokic, Tim Duncan. Like now, no, like too early, bro.
no, it's not. Look, it's new. Somebody just won. It's a fresh face. I'm going to let
Right.
guys engage in their sensationalism. But we
Cause
know context where he ranks.
they said that 2 or 3 years ago, they said if Giannis get a mid-range jumper, he's going to be the greatest player to ever play. This was the year before.
Max Kellerman said that. I remember.
He wasn't the only one. They was in agreement. So that recency bias, I never roll with it. You're not going to tell me because somebody just won something that they get an all-time pass, and I always bring up the fact that they did that with Dirk and tried to put him in the top 10. So it's a body of work that I say if you stop playing today, you stay where you at. So it ain't that many people in the league right now that if they stop playing today, they are where they are.
Nah.
You got Steph.
Just those three guys.
You got Bron. Right? You got Steph. You got Bron. You got
Harden and KD.
KD. He can still add to. He can still move up some spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can still move up some spots.
To see
But
the thing
Steph
is,
and LeBron are where they are. They stop playing today. They in that upper realm of basketball players ever.
yeah, because if KD gets a ring, you're kind of
What's
like,
up?
and he's already with those guys. But now I'm looking at, am I passing Hakeem? Am I passing, you get what I'm saying, Oscar, or the guys who they have slated there? You get what I'm saying?
And I'm hating because I'm hating. I want Bradley Beal to go to Phoenix, and I want him to still not win. I'm hating.
Oh, man, look.
I'm hating, bro. That ain't no basketball argument. That ain't none of that.
Look,
I'm hating.
Man, these guys are 35, man. They don't have too much long at this. So if they don't win one of these next two, it's done. These young guys coming. Look, Bron showed it. This is a young man's game. He was exhausted at the end of them games.
Right. That's why he needs to come on over to Golden State so he can rest.
Who?
I'm just talking about Bron.
Who need to go to Golden State?
LeBron, so he can get some rest.
Bron just played 20 minutes this season.
Sorry, bro.
We got you.
I don't care how old he is. If he go over there now,
this is how good he is. He go there now, people gonna cry. Man,
hey,
okay, bro.
Hey, if they win a ring over there, right? If he go over there, let's play devil's advocate. If he goes over there and wins a ring, one, are you mad at him? First question.
No.
I'm not.
I'm not mad.
Listen, I was advocating. I was saying he should have went over there if he was savvy. He shouldn't have signed an extension. He should have went over there a few years ago. That way he could always stay one ring ahead of Steph. Yeah. That's what I would have done. I'd have been petty. We teammates now.
You know the person
you get one, I get
the
one.
person I don't think that would be able to handle him going over there is Clay.
Well, Clay could be a Laker. He can go to his daddy team.
Go to a legendary franchise? Go ahead.
He can go pay for his daddy team.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so disrespectful.
No, listen. They always connected him to LA because his daddy played for the Lakers.
Right. But I don't think you need Clay. If Bron go over there, they need Clay.
No. Oh, you can get another standstill shooter. Clay is not Clay no more.
Poole can go. Poole can go. I don't think Bron and Poole.
Poole definitely can go.
He gonna come back stronger next year.
No, I'm saying
bro.
Poole. I trade Clay before I trade Poole.
Poole and Kuminga need to go ahead, go to other. They think the grass is greener on the other side. They need to go somewhere else.
They said his team's calling for Poole right now, making calls to go to state.
Why?
It depends who they giving up, though, man. I'm not about to give them up for somebody that's not gonna help.
Listen, I take. Right. Hey, what's the big fella? What's the power forward from Orlando? Not the young boy. He came from Duke.
Carter.
Yeah, I take Wendell Carter right now.
They don't need no big.
You have to give me Markel and
they do.
Now, Fultz going over there would be nice.
Yeah,
that
can replace Dante.
He ain't no like the number one pick coming off the bench though.
Now, granted,
they come off
they so guard heavy. They so guard heavy over there. You got Fultz. You got
Suggs. They said Suggs.
They got Cole Anthony.
They got Cole.
What's the other dude?
We really want Obi and Anobi.
Yeah, that's who I want. OG.
OG over in there. I take Wig over OG still.
No,
we gonna keep Wig.
Both.
We can keep Wig
We keeping Wig
Yeah, we is.
and
Y'all should have
OG.
kept. Hey, on y'all
And
bench, y'all
GP
should have
too.
kept Otto. Y'all should have kept
They
Otto.
couldn't afford
I
to
don't
pay
know,
him, but he injured.
but he ain't do nothing
He
no
got
way in Toronto.
injured. He got injured.
Yeah, he ain't even hoop the next year.
I'm saying
Well,
he should.
they need a
That's
full
one of the
year.
people.
They need a full year with GP2 and Wig back, and they need
Yep.
another defender who can shoot.
Yeah. That's why I say
Shoot,
OG
so
though, because OG can shoot. He shot 40% from three. And I'm only gonna give up Poole or Kaminga if I'm getting a guy like him. And then if you want to reach for the stars, I would then trade Poole and Kaminga for Bridges. See if I can finesse that. But if not, then I'm trading for OG.
You know, it'd be a good pickup for them. Cam Johnson.
I don't like him. He doesn't defend, and they don't need nobody. To be honest, he's just he's like Jordan Poole, and we was already frustrated with that nigga. No, I'm telling you.
Not no Jack.
His
sound
He
like
ain't
sound
no
like
no,
Jack.
his
Cam
dribble.
Johnson happy in
Cam
Brooklyn
Jacker is not. Cam Johnson is not a jacker. Like he ain't
Yes,
gonna
he
just
is,
sit up
because he
there
Yeah,
and
only
yeah, he
plays
is.
in the
I
off
games.
the
watched him.
dribble.
I watched
He
him
only
He
in
don't
high
plays
dribble the ball
school.
in the
that much.
games
He
that they
shoot
don't play the other
that much.
guys.
He shoots, but I'm talking about. Okay, let me rephrase it. A person that come down the
Hold
court
on, hold
with a
on.
ball in their hand and may
Did you say
release it.
Cam Johnson or Cam Thomas?
Johnson.
Oh,
I thought
I'm talking about
you were talking
Cam
about
No,
Cam Thomas.
Thomas.
Johnson.
Yes.
Cam
Yeah.
Johnson,
Okay.
light
Okay.
skin.
Oh
Okay.
no, he
We could do
about to
Johnson.
get a he about to get a bag.
All right, hold on. Not Cam. I don't
That's
talking
what I
about
Yeah.
meant. I think
Okay.
you
Yeah, I'm
meant
talking about Cam
averaging
Thomas.
averaging 40 in garbage minutes. No, I
no,
ain't
that's
talking about that.
Shooting.
who I thought you was talking about. I
No,
was like, nigga, no.
Cam Johnson. Because you said Bridges, and I knew Cam came over with him. That's why I said Cam
No,
would be a good
I
pickup.
want Bridges though. Bridges does his role right.
Yeah.
We need him.
I
And
love
then
Bridges.
when Clay playing dumb, just keep Bridges in there.
Yeah.
Because he gonna defend and he can shoot.
You
And
know who
now
I
Yeah.
he
want to.
showed he can
You
get a
know.
bucket.
You know where I want to see, or who I want to see, and see where they go. Because I think after his little turmoil issues, he could be a good piece for people. Miles Bridges. If he
Oh
goes,
no.
if he
It's gonna
goes
be
to a
hard
good
for
team,
somebody to sell that to their franchise. Because them
Yeah.
women gonna come out.
He
you
got to
said
go to
more.
Toronto.
You said
He
more
got to
gonna
go
come
to
out.
another. He got to go to another country. Go to Toronto.
Yeah, he gotta go where he's safe at.
But
man, why
no,
he
I
messed
mean
up the bag though? He was just about to get
basketball.
paid.
Basketball alone.
Do average 19
That's
points.
a
He's a decent
good
player, but
for him like the year before the contract year to jump up to 20 points per game. And granted, obviously, I know it's Charlotte. It's still the fact that him as a piece somewhere, I don't know
But
where.
see, but that's his fault, and that's why I
Yeah,
get mad. Like literally, bro, the day before free agency.
right. You
You get what I'm
was
saying?
about to get paid.
And
25
that's
years
why I
old.
say men, I hate it, because I've had a discussion with a lot of men. You gotta control your emotions. You gotta leave. You gotta
Pull my
walk up.
chain, cuz.
But a lot of that too, man. That's just you. That wasn't his first time
Y'all
beating
see
the
I'm
hell out
getting
of that
chain
woman
jacked
like
right
that.
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. You don't all of a sudden. You about to get him. Get him. Get him.
Yeah, you don't just start wailing on people like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That's something that you had in you. Like me,
Already.
I can't even get worked up to that point. If I ever got to that point, bro, I'm leaving, man.
Yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
already know physically what I can do to a woman. So I would
Yeah.
never put myself in that position to get provoked.
Yes.
And look,
Yes.
women done said some of the craziest shit to me. But I am not about to have myself in jail because I couldn't control myself and I just beat the hell out of you or choked you. I'd rather leave. F out of
That's
here.
buck wild.
I'll leave and go mess with another broad or something before
Yeah.
I put my hands on you.
Yeah.
I'm just not about to do that.
Blowing
And for him,
the bag. Speaking of blowing the bag.